Good day, everybody, and good afternoon, and good morning. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today, and we get another opportunity to come back into the markets. I just thank you so much for your grace and your mercy and your kindness and your goodness to us. And I ask that you would grant us wisdom and discernment and discipline and strength and energy to do the things that we need to do and follow our systems and rules and to perform well today in the market. In Jesus' name, amen. Good morning, Larry. Excuse me, I'm just finishing up a banana, trying to get a little bit of energy. It's a long night. I'm tired again. Oh man, can you believe what happened yesterday too? With that trading session, I just could not believe the lack of volatility. That FOMC session, I think, may have been the slowest session I've ever participated in. And because of that, that really stung. Took a hard loss. Oh, not fun. Not fun at all. All right. We've got keep us in prayer over the weekend. We are attending the Family Life Conference in Chicago. Leaving this afternoon. Okay. The Family Life Conference. I haven't heard of this before. Is it something that's been around a while? Something you guys have been doing for a while? All right, let's get this refreshed. Bank Japan press conference, what we had or having today. Claimant count change in the pound. SNB monetary policy assessment on the franc. That's Swiss National Bank press conference, right? That's what SNB is. On the franc. Monetary policy summary on the pound. Oh, that's right now. Man, we gotta get trading. It's right now. This stuff is happening right now. Then we got unemployment claims in 30 minutes. Then we got main refinancing rate on the euro. Whew. It's a busy day. ECB press conference. It's going to be action. Today better make up for yesterday. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, years ago, We went Christian family life. Yeah. Okay. Keep you in prayers. Who all is going? What's going on here? There we go. There's supposed to be over 500 in attendance. Okay. That sounds cool. And good morning, Vin. Good afternoon. It's good to have you. How you doing, Vin? Larry's going to the Family Life Conference, leaving this afternoon. Him and his wife. I'm just trying to get this stuff going. And what are we starting out at here? Well, we're starting with 1.3% today. 17, or the balance is 17.3226. You know what? I'm not going to even. If we get to trade on LV, you can just see that we're starting 1.32%. And we'll just go from there. Trade on LVO again. I do have my. Oh, guys. Yeah, I can hardly believe this happened again. Drive carefully, Larry. Yeah. So we did the live trading session in FOMC event yesterday. I have my brand new spanking slick 10K account with FTMO. And that market just did not stop running down. So my first trade setup, my first trading session with my brand new account ended up being a 2% loss right out of the gates. Oh man, that was not cool. So I took a big hit in that. I mean, it's part of my system, but it still just feels terrible. First thing first. And during FOMC. Like the volatility was terrible yesterday. I couldn't believe it. If you watch the recording from yesterday, there's not much to see. The market just goes down and down and down. So I've been working, slugging away, trying to get both of these accounts back in line. So I'm not right where I left off at all. I took more of a hit in my LVO account, took like 3% hit in LVO, took 2% hit in FTMO. But the FTMO account, it's only down $30. So done a decent job recovering so far between last night, or all last night. The 3% was bigger than it's supposed to be. The 2% is standard. That's where I'm supposed to lose and stop out. Just in my LVO account, like I've had such a big buffer in my LVO account that I took on a little bit more risk to try and see if we could get that thing to turn around. And of course it did. Another 7 pips later, it did turn around in a pretty big way too. I was just 7 or 8 pips short of managing through that. Yeah, I took a 3% loss in my LVO account yesterday, and 2% loss in my brand new FTMO account during the FTMO session during the live trading session yesterday. And then to top that off, I was trading in the Tokyo session last night, and Trump dropped a little speech on what was going on with Iran, and the market shot up and was fractions away from hitting my stop loss again. And so I was just praying that this would not be back to back losses in my brand new FTMO account. And thankfully, the market turned around. It was like bumping into my stop losses. It didn't hit them, turned around and came back, and I made a good chunk back. I appreciate it. It's just trading. It really is just it's the nature of trading. It felt super unfortunate, like what is actually happening right now. I've had such a hard time with new accounts. It seems like every time I start a new account, I get like in so much trouble, just get hit. But back on track now. Praise the Lord for that. I mean, not fully recovered by any means, but just heading the right direction again. So just a wild afternoon and night. Last night was kind of just almost hitting my stop losses again. That was so not fun. So let's see what we can do today. Get some of this. I was up 20% in this account yesterday before the FTMO session. So I've been crushing it in this account, which has been good. But I gotta try. I mean, I don't have to make any of that back. The rollover, the payday rollover is tonight, I believe, at midnight. So we'll see what happens to this account. I'm not sure if they're going to take any profits out of this account, or if it will stay, or if they'll give me a bigger one. I really don't know what's going to happen. So I guess tomorrow we'll get to see what they do. Oh, where's my face? You guys don't need to see it anyway. There we go. Tired old soul today. Was up late trying to get this account back in order. Seven p.m. Central Time tonight. Like that's when it rolls over. Is that what you're saying, Larry? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean for that's the new day rollover, right? But I mean the end of the month for our Alveo accounts. I believe it's like somewhere around midnight, isn't it? Or is it right at the new day rollover? More news later should move the market. Yeah, yeah. Vin, today this is going to be a good session for sure. There's all kinds of red folders going on. That should give us a good opportunity to make some of these profits back into the account. I'm going to trade like heavily today. And I think what's going to be better is I'm just going to start with wider variables because man, almost hitting my stop losses again just felt so bad. And these swings are still pretty big. Yeah, the new day rollover. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. your time. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's when we should, like, they take the pay out of the account or they change it up or whatever. I feel like I've seen it money leave the accounts at midnight before, but I'm not totally sure now. Like maybe it happens right at the new day rollover. Let's just put a short on here. And then here, I'm gonna show you guys my I'm gonna plot the trades and you can see just how close right up here. I was so close to hitting my stop losses. And look at this run from all the way down here. It was a 40 pip run. I happened to be pulled back enough that I could like work my way out of some of the position, but here, let's pull it up. 11,400 to 11,600. Okay, so well, essentially my stop loss was right here. There, that red line was where my stop loss was on that move. So during the FOMC session yesterday, just straight down, there was one little pullback. And here, that I didn't really have the capital to capitalize on. And so I should have bought as that thing dipped down. Then I would have got a stack of trades out. But I was like not wanting to buy there because it was at a really looked like another breakdown point to go short again. So I didn't want to buy heavily right on what looked like a strong breakdown point. So I didn't buy heavily there, and I should have. And then the market pulled back. I think it's 9 or 10 pips, but then it just kept rolling over, and so I couldn't manage my way through to there. So it ran down. So it took a stop out, a hard a max loss is what I called. Oh, okay, so it was another 9 pips, and then through the maintenance, you'd have to deal with the spread. So it was actually quite a bit more than I thought. So it was 9 pips plus whatever the spread is through maintenance, and that can jump up, 10 pips or something. So yeah, but I mean, then it just rolled around, it turned around, and then had a nice big recovery through here, and I was just shorting and shorting and shorting and shorting, and then this thing came up. Trump left his speech on Truth or on social media. It made it shoot up, and I was just hurting. I was like, right up here, I was like, I just stopped out for a 2% loss in my brand new account, and I was this close to stopping out again, back to back. So that was very uncomfortable, but came back in a good way. So that was how things went. We're still coming back now. And so we ask the Father for strength and for discipline and wisdom and discernment today as we go and execute some trades. That is the time they calculated on, but it doesn't usually happen until the oh, okay. I didn't realize that they do it that way. Maybe that's why I've seen the money leave the account like at what seemed to be kind of a weird time. Because I have been trading along before, and all of a sudden my account just changes. I'm like, whoa, what just happened there? And then it was when they took some money. But we will see, guys. We'll see what happens to this account tonight, and then tomorrow we'll get to see what they do. I'm excited to see what happens. Okay, we can just short again here. I'm at 960. Here, do you guys want to see my MT5 account? Like I did all the exact same thing. I am trading my MT5 account. We're at 9,960. So I'm coming back. Took this was down to 9,820 was what it got taken down to when I hit that stop out. So that 2% loss. It's standard for me, so that's the way it's supposed to be. It just never feels good when it happens. But so now I'm just 30 bucks away from back to break even, which I think we can get that. Maybe not quite in this session, but I'll get it done today. I'll be back in the green some point today. Should be, anyway. Let's keep trading over here. Oh, there's a strong leg coming in. Okay, let's take a short on this pullback. Right in here. And then let's clear off the charts. Let's refresh. And we are 5 minutes or so away from the news. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep those stops at 50 pips today because it's just high action today, all the red folders. So I just don't want to come close to hitting those. Although I had 50 pip stop losses on during yesterday's FOMC. So if it's going to get you, it's going to get you, and you just can't do anything about it. I think we just need to remember that sometimes. Like we can't control the market, and it's going to do what it's going to do. you can analyze and study and do everything you can to try and not have the losses, but at the end of the day, we're just still they're gonna get us, and we're just gonna have to deal with them. I know I'm just preaching to the choir. Okay, so what do we have next in a few minutes? The bank rate maintained at 3.75. Monetary policy summary in minutes. That just came out 25 minutes ago. Bank of England. Okay, and we've got, oh, unemployment claims and Philly Fed manufacturing in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So let's get some trading done here. I want to get some of those profits back. I'm not revenging. I'm just doing what we do. Same thing every day. Like, I think my idea of revenging and getting back is like following my rules to a T. Like, that's the war I'm waging. It's not like hitting a bunch more orders on the chart. It's like I'm gonna follow my rules even stronger now. My revenge is to like follow my rules even harder. All right, what do we got going on here? We've kind of got this rounding over. I'm not really confident. I guess we've still got mostly down pressure, but I don't know. I just hope that there should be enough volatility to trade both ways. And so I'm not really biased. Again, I'm not really biased. I'm just gonna take it as we see. I think there still is more. Oh, remember, I want to point that out. The 1.15 level, we dropped way below that, and that was like my line in the sand for staying on the buys. But we blew through that yesterday, and we were way below that. So I actually do have a little bit more of a short bias on the market. All right, I've got more of a short bias, but there's so much going on today that I think I think we should play both sides. I think. So Larry, do you know what they'll do with my account? This is month 3 in profits. I believe after 3 months they should give you a bigger account, but I'm also still below my original funding. Like, this was a $2,500 account like months and months ago now that I had torn apart and dropped a whole bunch in. So I feel like I'm gonna have to get this one back over 2,500 before I can start getting paid on it. But I'm not totally sure because it's now also been 3 months where I think that's where they say that they'll give you bigger accounts. Do you know how that is gonna work? Okay, we got unemployment claims in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The spread is up to 8, 6. The spread is now stopped. It's going down. So I'm gonna just, I guess we should wait for that number to come out. It's good for the dollar, 205K. Yeah, it's not a big change or anything, but it's good for the dollar. So, and Philly Fed manufacturing is also good, green on the dollar. Oh, that's a pretty good number. That's a pretty strong number on Philly Fed. So I'm going to stay on the short side through this. On this pullback, we'll go short. Yeah. Going to lean towards the short side. Not that I won't take trades on the other side. It's just kind of that little hint of bias to the short side. Okay, I'm going to sell that again. You think they'll give me an increase? Look at your hedge funds page and stats. Oh, okay. Well, let's pull it up then. I'll load up that page while we let this market run up a little bit. I'll pull up that hedge fund. Short again. We get into two shorts here. And then we'll probably get up into four shorts at the highs. Let's put a line in here somewhere. Maybe at the 1485. Actually, we can get into, maybe we can get into, so we're at 2 here. Can maybe get into another 2 here. And then we'll get into 4 up in the tops over here. Vin says, I thought the green US news should make the dollar stronger, but it pushed up. Well, I mean, it's only really temporarily pushing up at the moment. I'm with you. I think that we're going to get a little bit stronger dollar still, which is why I think it's a great opportunity to short right now as it's pushing back up. It's a great opportunity until it just isn't. Okay, let's just let that sit for a second. I'm going to pull up the internet scene. This is my hedge fund stats, Apiary Capital. And Okay, so if I go out to the 500 stat mark, oh, there's yesterday's drop, which is fine. I'm still going the right way. I'm going to pull up the last 1,000. This is the whole last 1,000. Had some real dips a long time ago, but I've recovered from all those quite a bit. So what are we looking for? Is it just like here, is it the base funding level where this is your current starting balance, 1471? But like I know that a long time ago I started this account at 2,500. Technicals on the 1 hour shows it wants to move up. And then Larry's saying to scroll up. Just scroll up to the top, Larry? Or are you saying to... What am I supposed to do? Base funding level is... The base funding level is 1471.32. $1,471.32 is what this is saying the base funding level is. And I'm currently up 17% from that. So I just don't think that's actually the real funding level, because I know at one point I had a $2,500 account like a long time ago. Okay, get into two more shorts at this spot. You think that they're gonna give me an increase on the account? Yeah, I hope so. Base funding level is the main, right? And I think you will get a raise. Hope so. I guess if they're saying that that's the base funding level, but I really thought this was a $2,500 account, so I thought that was where I was supposed to get this thing back up to. Okay, let's go back over to Alveo for a sec, and we'll finish trading this. As we pop up into these highs, we'll get into 4 trades. Up into that old high right over here. Let's stretch this out just a little. And we're going to start getting into one. I'm just going to get in slowly. Get into 2. Okay, I got into 2. Oh, it's dropping right away. Oh, look at that. Darn, wish I got into 4 up there. Like I mean, I was trying to get into 4, but okay, we took profits on 2 of those. Let's do it again. It pops back up. That was immediate profit. It was kind of cool, but I didn't get into the 4 trades I was trying to get into. Okay, add back in here. 1. This time I'm still gonna just do it slowly. 2. And then any more pushing up, we'll do it again. So I'm in 2 trades. Just waiting for it to push up again and I'll short it. I just only want to short as it's pushing up, so I can find the best pricing I can get. Ideally, we want to get the best pricing we can. Hey Reggie, good morning. Good to have you with us. Okay, I'm gonna get into 2 more trades here. And that puts this layer at 4 trades in total. So now we've got a good layer of 4 up at this top spot now. So if we get a pullback, we'll probably start taking off losses on those bad trades, or just the lost trades. Kind of got an outside range with this wick over here. So Reggie, I ended up trading. Larry came in too. We did the FOMC trading live. I don't know if you saw what happened, but it was terrible volatility. It just went down. So it just went straight into a max loss for me. And it actually took quite a while to get there too. It was moving slow and only moving one way, which was really weird for that news event to be that slow. But it just didn't have volatility. It was so slow and it just went down. Now I was buying it. Okay, so we do have an outside range from this wick now. And we've broken the other wick high as well. So we were creating lower lows and now we're creating a higher high. But and also like you could also say that we're in like a big consolidation range here. Like from here to here where we're at now, we could say that this is like a 27 pip range that we're in. So we'll see if it can keep blasting upward or if we're just going to get it to turn around and just kind of maintain this chopping pattern. It's a big range at the moment, but we are getting the turn right now. Yes, I did have a chance to see the charts, have my laptop open, even took some trades. Uh, did you short during that time, Reggie? I think it's moving towards the 50% retracement from yesterday's move on 15-minute. Yeah, 50% of yesterday's. Like the whole day or just the news? If we took it from the whole day, um, it'd be something like this. Yeah, somewhere in here. So yeah, we could very easily get to that 50% level. Took some shorts. That's good. Buying was not a good idea. Not during that event. Good thing you got some shorts in. It's at the 38% fib level. Yep. Yeah. We'll see if it can break up or if it turns around here. It's a pretty strong leg up. Now, let's measure that current leg from its bottom all the way to the top. Wow, there's a 30 pip run. All right, starting to get into our profit targets. Starting to make a turn. And then what news do we have next? $9.15, we've got the main refinancing rate and monetary policy statement. That's in just under half an hour. That should be a good mover. And the ECB press conference, 30 minutes after that. So that's probably going to be a good, wild market at that point. And then the last one is new home sales, which is an orange folder, and that's at 10 a.m. Eastern. Oh, and then we've got the yellow folder, natural gas storage after that. But and then the yen is a bank holiday today. Or is that oh no, sorry, that's tonight or the next Friday. So Friday is a bank holiday for the yen. Okay, we're just missing targets. If we had 2 pip take profits, we would have had a couple layers hit. So kind of a bit of a bummer, but I wanted to start wide today. Start a little bit wider with these big swings, especially with yesterday's really big move down. We could see some 50 pip swings again pretty easily, so I just wanted to stay wider. And then, yeah, so yesterday we had that 70, 74, 75 pip move down. And then we had a 42 pip retracement on that. So I think that the 50 pip stop losses are just the safer bet for today. Even if it takes a little bit longer to hit our 3 pip targets, I think it's just going to be a much more appropriate variable setting for now. All right, if we can break that pivot low, then there's a good chance we'll get a proper turn here. Just trying to do it right now. Darn, couldn't quite do it. Gonna add back into that short there. Let's get into a couple here, and then we can hopefully make some on this consolidation. Hopefully we can gather up some profits in here. If we can get some profits, I'd like to get those bottom trades, start peeling those things off in case this is going to run up. And like ideally on a couple of those smaller pullbacks, I would have been able to get a couple pullbacks for profits, and we would be taking those losses. But we're just shy of hitting our take profits. Okay, almost getting off that layer off. Didn't quite get the second one. And then just put another trade on here and see if we get a turn back down to the bottom of the consolidation. At 3 minutes to the top of the hour. Just gonna we can mark that halfway point. Which is in here. 969. We could call it the 1.15 level is actually like the halfway mark on the fib. The 1.15 level. So that's a super important level. So let's put that level. Just gonna move this line. I'll use that line up to 1.15 right there. So if we start holding above that, we could definitely start to see a full retracement of yesterday's move. But let's see if we stay below. Then, I mean, I don't know. Don't want to even try to pretend I know where the market's going. I think it's just a bit of a probability. If we stay below that, we're more likely to continue heading in the downward direction. See if we can hit some of those targets. just bouncing off of them right now. See if we can get a push lower. And Vin's gonna wait to see what happens after the news. Yeah, but it's chopping around a bunch for sure. The sideways. That's what I like. That's what works well for this type of trading, the sideways trading. It's definitely chopping. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it when it does this, for sure. It can just be frustrating. Just taking a few profits. Okay, should just take one of those losses off the bottom. So we took a 17 pip loss, but we just made like 1, 2. I think we made like 6 trades at around 3 pips. Made about 17, 18 pips. So we pretty much we made some profits and then took a loss, and it was pretty much break even on the one. So we've reduced our risk and we've brought our targets in closer now by taking off that loss. So it's good risk management. We'll see if we can do it again. If it heads back up, we can try and get some more trades in. I'm going to just expand one of these down because it's like right at the bottom of the consolidation in here. So if it breaks, it should break down. So I'm just gonna, I just expanded one of those to make a little bit more. Okay, here we're starting to run back up. So we can get into another couple shorts up here. Get into another one. And then hopefully it doesn't start breaking up, which it might do. Well, there it goes. It's starting to break up. The timing of those trades was not ideal. Okay, so let's let it run up before we start putting on some more layers. We'll definitely put another layer at the 1.15 level. And we've got 10 minutes to the news. So let this run up. This is the second candle in the breakout now. I'm going to slowly start getting into some trades. 1, as it pushes up, we'll get into some more. Should get into 8 trades. All right, so into the third candle, the breakout, I'm going to just sell again. So trying to get a layer on under the 1.15 level, but I want to see if I can make, this could be a whipsaw here. Obviously don't know, but this could come right back in. Okay, starting to test the breakout zone right now. All right, taking some profits again. And then this is right where it needs to hold above if it's gonna continue its breakout. It's trying to hold it above right now. But also we're just a few minutes away from the news too, where everything, well, I mean, it could change quite a bit, so. We will see. That news is probably going to help it keep running up, or maybe we get a turn and a head back down. Monetary policy statement is in 6 minutes. So we should get some pretty big moves here. So I don't know if they're going to change that rate or not. The forecast, the previous was 2.15, the forecast is 2.15%. I don't know if they're planning to change it or not. Five minutes. and it is trying to make its way back into that little consolidation. It is making its way back. And hitting some of those targets. Going to short that pop up again. As we should test the bottom side of the consolidation now. Let's see if we can test all the way back down. Add one more short there. See if we can squeeze in this one more layer off before the news. It is trying to make its way back down. I think we should get down to these lows right in here pretty easily after the rejection to the upside. 2 minutes and 30 seconds away. It's not quite getting there just yet. I would just like to hit that layer and then we can take off one of those bottom trades for a loss. But we are just over a minute away, and I don't know if, like, we may see the spread start jumping in any second now. Okay, we're 1 minute from the news. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got the spread jumping up a little. It's the same, 2.15%. Just grabbing a couple of those profits. Just hesitant to take trades off while the spread is so big. It's at 3 now. Now it's down back down to 1. Came up to 1 hour resistance, then came back. Yeah. Okay, well, that 1 minute chart at the moment, we've got a wick up top. We've kind of got 2 rejections to the top side now. Got a rejection here and then a rejection here. So that could bring this down into, it could start bringing this back down to maybe hit some more of these targets. Spread's still 1. It's jumping around quite a bit still. Gonna slowly add a couple more positions back into the upper edge if it heads back up. I should have got some losses off, but the spread was just still so big. All right, is it gonna find a direction and just go straight up now? I guess we shouldn't take off just yet, right? Should we get to it should get to the press conference for the questions and stuff? Man, it just feels like I'm gonna be on the wrong side again. Crossing back over that 1.5 level. I'm just gonna be super slow now. I'm not gonna add anything. Maybe I'll just go really slow. I'm gonna add 1. We are bumping up into some resistance back over here. We should see some pulling, some fluctuation at this 1.5 level. So Okay, just gonna slowly start shorting again. I don't know if this is gonna take off or if it's gonna chop around for a little bit. All right, it's hitting another target. That's all right. I'll take that. Okay, if it pops back up, I'm gonna get another layer on, see if I can get in maybe a little bit better of a layer, a bit bigger this time. It looks like we've got decent rejection to the top side right now. And I think it's just gonna be chopped for a little bit. I don't think it should just break out and just run away. Don't think so. So I'm gonna try and get into another short layer. If it pops up. It is coming back. Taking a little profit again. And as this market keeps coming down, we're now getting a pretty big rejection on the top side now. So I'm going to be slow to take losses because now we've got exactly what I would like to see is a good rejection to the top side. Okay, so that's now, wow, that's a 22 pip move up with those candles. So we definitely picked the right method of using those 50 pip stop losses just to not only to withstand the moves, but it just feels a little bit more comfortable knowing you've got that breathing room. And hitting 3 pip targets is like significantly more than hitting the 2 pip targets too. So this is good. So far, this is looking really good. All right, nice. Take a little bit more profit. And now I'm not gonna take off the losses just now because of the shape of the market. It's really heading back. So now if it pops up, I'm gonna short it again. And then maybe we can make a little bit more on the way down. We can expect these big swings with this news, so like we can still hit these targets and it could go back up. So there's a lot that can happen here. And there's a good chance that we can just hit targets on both sides of the market through this. So I'm tempted to go long as well, but I think let's just play the one side for now. At least until if we can hit these targets, then maybe we can fade the bottom side and pick up some longs if we can hit these targets. Just bounced off that target. That's some pretty good swings so far. So now we had that was 23 pips up, and now we've got 26 pips back down, and we're heading in the downward direction. Generally, my rule for direction is if it's run 20 pips or more and it can't make 50% retracement, if it can't make it above that, then my rule is to stay to the downside. So that's why I'm still just going to stay to the downside for now. And then this line is pretty much the halfway mark on that run now. So pretty much these highs right over here, those guys right there, that's kind of that line in the sand for the direction for me. Just short one here, just lightly as this is popping up. I want to put some shorts in. Just only on the pushes up. Okay, we got 15 minutes to the press conference. So I think we could see more of these 20 and 30 pip swings between now and then, like over the next hour. We could see some more of these. So let's prepare for some of that. Just keep those stops wide and keep the entry slower. Josh, are you finding Alveo slow to enter your trades? Yes. Yes, definitely. It's so slow and I find it quite annoying. It's like I don't know where I'm getting my trades on because the market will move up and down so much between the time I click and the time that it actually enters. So yeah, it's annoying. I think that they've done that by design to slow traders down a little bit, though. I think that's what's happened. I don't know if you've heard anything on that, but I believe that's what their goal is with that, because we never used to have that delay. Not like that, anyway. Actually, I believe there used to be a 1 second delay. All right. That's what we wanted. If we can knock out that last target, I think we can start buying. Because now we've run from the top. Now we've run down 35 pips. And so if we start to buy, we've got 50 pips more to the downside of room that we can work with. So I'm definitely fine with doing that. Should have bought there already, but missed it. Let's just put a short in here. And when it pops down, we can also go long. Yeah, same here. Yeah, it's just annoying. That lag is super annoying. Okay, if we can pop back up to here, we could get into another short. Right at that line. And we've got our lines already put in for us, which is good. We can just trade off of those lines. Oh, hey Larry, do we have oh true, Vince saying that would be 80 pips move down. Like if it went all the way and hit our stop losses. Is that what you're saying? Like running that 30 pip leg and then kept running all the way 50 pips, that would be an 80 pip move. Yeah, and that would be unlikely. And so if we can stay on the side of probability, then that's okay. As long as we're not oversizing, if we size properly, we can still can run down another 20, 30 pips and we can make profit on the pullback when it jumps back up a bit, as long as we size it right. So yeah, I'm fine to just, if it drops down a good amount, we can buy it up. Because the chop is now becoming so big, it's going to be hard for the market to just start running away. Like it's hard for it to run down a bunch now because it's already run down 30 pips. Like obviously it still can. And especially if the press conference, if it gets people really biased to one side, maybe it will start to run, but it just becomes harder for it to take off when it's already run 30 pips now. It's harder for it to just go straight down another 50 pips. And then same way to the upside, like it's already run down 30 pips. So if it wanted to try and run to the upside, it would be pretty hard for it to just run straight up 50 pips because now we've got overhead resistance. So for me, I like this. This is a pretty good setup for us in this type of trading. Okay, so let's add a short, and if we can get to bump into that line again. Just missed that short. Okay, getting close to being able to enter again. And add one right there, so short there. Get into 2 there. Then we can get into 2 over here again, then back into 4 over here, up here. And just re-enter the system, just like we did the first time. So Larry, I didn't look on the calendar, but I just got an email from Christy, who was just helping me with all those losses from the start of the week, like all that mess with the platform. But she was saying that we've got an all Hive meeting, which is tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 9 p.m. my time. Hey, David. Nice. Good to have you. Thanks for joining in. This is cool. Getting a good little crew here. How's it going, David? Been having a pretty good session so far. And we've got the press conference in 5 minutes. Yep. Just getting started. This should still be a lot of action for the rest of today. There should be, which is good. There's lots of opportunities. Should be lots of opportunities for everybody to make some money. So now if we get a pop down, we should get rid of that bottom trade for a loss. It pops up, we'll get into 2 more trades at the next line. So I'm going to fade into one and slowly fade into a couple of them. Get into the other one now. So that's 2 on this level. and just taking some profits on that level. So now if we can come down and hit these two targets, we can take off that bottom, or if it comes back up, we can add back into the position and do it again to make a few more profits to then get rid of that loss at the bottom. So let's just see what happens. We don't have to get rid of it right now. It's not too much of a problem. We're still relatively in a light position, so it's fine. You can just leave that. But if it comes down again, we do want to get rid of it so that it doesn't have to break the low. Okay, Vin, you're heading out. Super good to have you this morning. Hope that you have a really good rest of your day. Thanks for joining in. So David, have you already started trading then? Did you already get some trades in this morning? All right, press conference is now, should be underway. So we should get a good bunch of action. So I'm going to just get ready to add some more shorts if it pops up. And then if we can move down and hit some targets, we should get rid of that loss on the bottom for a net gain. So let's see what happens next. All right, just bumped into one of those targets. Didn't quite get them both off just yet. Hold on one sec, guys. I gotta ask my voice to quiet down again. Okay, if we can get another pop up here, we can short it again. I'm gonna just actually get one in right here because we took one off down there. So we can put one in here and then we can still get two in up here. And maybe make a little bit on this little mini consolidation. So then we'll get two in here and then we'll get four in all the way up here. I don't know what's going on. Are you guys listening to the press conference? I don't usually listen to the stuff. I'm aware of it and just try and really just trade what happens on the chart. Okay, if it pops up anymore, I can start getting into 2 more trades. David, I'm just trading with wider variables today just to accommodate the bigger swings that the market should be throwing at us, which it already did. We had 20 something pip move up, and then we had like 35 pip move down. So good amount of action. Okay, going to start to fade. I'll get into 1 trade here and then 1 more as it bumps right up into this line. Okay, get into that second one here. All right, that's pretty good. And then if it runs all the way up to here, we can get into 4 trades again. Yeah, you just follow the charts too, Reggie. Okay, getting ready to start adding back into the, okay, we can start fading into the 4 trades. There's 1 trade. 2 trades. 3 trades. And 4. All right. Wow, this is a big market today. Unfortunately, I've got one at the very bottom of that, which is not ideal. It's too bad we didn't hit that target, but guess it just is what it is. So now if we can come back down and hit those, if we can hit the 4 targets, then we'll just probably get rid of that bottom one. Just start mitigating that loss. Whoops. Oh, shoot. I accidentally grabbed that. Where was that? I don't... Was that down here? I accidentally grabbed a take profit, and I don't know where I got it from. Okay, add back into that short right up here. I'm going to move these stops up to this cluster just above those pivots up there. And if we run into those, that'll be the end of the game. But I just want to be outside of those. Remember, I'm mitigating my risk in real time, so I'm trying to get rid of my losses as the market comes back to me. So hopefully we don't need to use those, but they are just a safety ejection. I'm just expecting these big swings, so I wanted to see if we can manage our way through them. Oh man, it is pushing up pretty strong. I'm just being slow to add at the moment. I'm gonna just slowly add the shorts back on here. Man, they must be saying some wild things here. Larry, oh, David's just saying the price action is key. The rest seems to be a lot of manipulation. And then Larry's all done up 0.15, so I'm good for the month. Good stuff. Nice job, Larry. Looks like I'm about to take a loss here. Market's just running straight up. Man, come on. What the heck is going on? Why is that there? That target is supposed to be up here. Jeepers. 57 pip run up. Oh, man. Okay, just going to slowly short. But as soon as it bumps into those stop losses up there, I got to just close everything. Is it going to follow through? I don't imagine it would whip back down at this point. Such a strong push back up. But I don't know. Just got to follow the rules. I really should be into more size up here now. So I'm going to add into the shorts a little bit. Well, I think the 50 pip stop losses were a good idea. I just still feel like we're still going to hit them with how wild that market is. $57 pips, man. All right, that is a strong close on the 15-minute bars and the hour bar. So there's a good chance that's going to draw those buyers in. So it's just not looking good for my situation. And that one trade way down there that we didn't get rid of, that one is hurting. Okay, start to fade back into some shorts again. And then also get ready just to shut the whole thing down. All right, pushing back up again. Gonna add the shorts, but get ready to shut everything down. Just in case this market does break down, back down, I'm just stretching this target out a little bit, but I am not convinced it's going to head down by any stretch. I will add the shorts, but I'm also very ready to just shut this thing down. Come on, don't do it. Okay, got a wick on that candle. I don't know. Just right into these stop losses. So close. This is exactly what happened to me last night. Larry, did you finish up with buys? Did you catch them that run up? Is that how you got your finish? Man, starting to press back up. All right, I'm going to add one more short in here again, but just getting ready to close everything. It's like the least favorite place to be in. Like those bears should come back at some point, but I don't think they're going to come back before hitting my stop losses. Well, took a few profits there. That's good. Just getting trying to decide whether I should take some of those bad losses off the bottom or just give this a little. It's kind of like I'm right at the very end of the line here, so I'm going to wait to see if it actually makes a turn back down out of this consolidation. Add another short. Add another short. Maybe I'll. There's a chance. There's just barely a chance here. There's just hanging on by a thread. Like at some point, those bears are going to come back. And if they get the opportunity, maybe it will happen before my stop losses. All right, some more profits. Will we make a turn? That's the turning point. Still being patient and waiting for the setup, but the way things are moving, I may not get any trades today. Okay. What setup are you looking for, David? Oh, just leaning into that turning point right now. Actually, if it does break that turning point, I'm going to just move this target down here. Oh, it's making the turn. Crazy. Come on now. I should have been in heavier in that consolidation. That could have got rid of some of those losses on the bottom, but it's just well, I mean, the price action was there. Like the reason those stops were above that spot because that was overhead resistance. So yeah, it's been my mistake to not have been in heavier because it could have wobbled through that consolidation and then closed some of those bad trades. So bit of a mistake. But whenever you're like not so sure, it's always better to play on the lighter side than the more aggressive, heavier side. So we'll see. Still in this game at the moment now. All of a sudden back in the game for the moment. We could see this start to pivot and head back up though. And Larry shut Alveo down. That's a good call. You can't trade if there's no platform loaded up. Okay, now it's going to have the opportunity to pivot back up and head back into that upper consolidation zone. And if it heads back up, there's a good chance we'll see follow through all the way to the upside. Okay, just going to add a short here and see if it rolls back over. Looking for price to retest the opening range. Like the opening of the day. Got the trading floor manager here telling me what to do. Okay, just short there again. And then, do we have any more news? Oh, 10 a.m. was new home sales. That was 20 minutes ago? Is that what made the... No, that wasn't 20 minutes ago. No, it ran up before the new home sales. So that must have just been whatever they were saying in the press conference. Well, it's definitely slowing down. I'm not quite sure what to think if we're going to head back up again with that press conference run. That was a really strong rally. Generally, I would buy back into those, but I'm just not so sure. That was a really fast rally, and I don't know if it's sustainable with whatever was going on in the press conference. Like, it's because of the press conference that it ran up. I'm not so sure it's sustainable. If the news, or if it ran up and it wasn't the press conference, I might be more inclined to go along with it. But yeah, just because it happened so quick, I'll ride it out. It'll either go and we'll hit the stop losses and just stop out, or maybe we can come back down and wobble back out of it. At the moment, we're still in the game. I gotta follow my rules now. I can't close for no reason. It's either gotta hit those stop losses or that comes back down and we keep wobbling. All right, those bears are coming back in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna just short the pop up. And I'm gonna bring the stop loss on that upper trade position to break even. I just don't want to carry that one back up if it's going to go up. Rather just stop out for a break even. Yeah, it's nothing big. So looking for price to retest the opening. So like you're shorting, is that what you're doing then? Or you're looking for a short entry? Wow, I cannot believe this is coming back. David, I was saying last night, I was trading and Trump dropped a little statement about Iran, and I ran right up into my stop. I didn't hit my stop losses, just bumping into them for like half an hour. It rode the edge of my stop losses last night, and then it all came back. And it's crazy. It's just happening again right now too. It's not fun riding into stop losses. You're not supposed to get hit, and actually, we did pretty good so far. Like setting up those 50 pip stop losses was a good call for this trading session. All right. So now from the top of the move back down, we've had 28 pips back. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So now my personal rule is to stick to the short side. So at the moment, I'm just going to sit here and hang on. See if it keeps heading downward. These bears are coming back. So now I'm going to get rid of that bottom trade. Just ditch that thing. Take that 35 pip loss. And then take that 11 pip profit. And we've got that out of the way now. And we've lightened the position. And now we've got more room, more capital to add back in and wobble with. So we're back in the game. Surprisingly, right back in the game. Okay, and those pop up. I'm going to short it. Okay, so you didn't get into anything, but were you looking for shorts or looking to get long? Like, I don't really care. I'm just curious. Just wondering how you're doing it. There's lots of opportunities for everybody, long and short today. So you still being patient to waiting for the setup. And the setup was looking for the price to retest the opening range. Okay, short the pop up and start getting back into that. So now if it goes back up to that purple line, we can get into 4 trades. Actually, that one we could get back into 8. And then we get back into 16 all the way at the top. So we'll get back into 8 trades up in this zone. Eight trades in that zone and then all the way back into 16, all the way up there. That happened to you yesterday morning, like almost ran into your stops, your stopping point, stop out point. Okay. And get back, slowly fade into some more trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That's it for that layer. And then if it goes all the way to the top, we'll fade back into I've only got 15 left. All the way at the top, not 16. I should have got into 1 or 2 less here. Oh, so you're looking for, oh, so the opposite of what I'm doing. You were looking for longs on the euro and the pound. So now we've had a pretty good run back up from the bottom to the top. Now we've had a 20 pip move. So it is a pretty good spot for a reversal. If the price cycles start to back off a little bit, then this should be a pretty good spot for a turn. The price cycles don't have to back off yet. It could keep going, but generally once you've got those big runs out of the way, then you start to get the smaller price cycles that come in. So if we can get this stack of trades off, we'll take another loss off the bottom. Gotta hit those targets though. I don't know if it's gonna make it. This is turning into a long session. Come on now, be nice. Okay, it's trying to make that turn back down. Okay, it's just trying to make that turn back down now. It is really struggling to make it though. You can see all the energy, the participants are leaving the market. Okay, we're getting a wick on the top side, so maybe we get the follow through on the turn. Be nice to get this stack off the chart. You're usually in by 9:30 CST and out by 10:30, so just an hour. So you have one or like two patterns you're looking for, or specific couple trades that you want to see. Oh man, it's just bouncing off my targets. It's just teasing me here. Getting keeps fading closer and closer. I think they should get hit. Then I can take off more losses. It's just a very teasing type market here. All right, starting to grab a couple of those targets. I'm gonna move one just in case I can carry one down. Just in case it wants to do a strong leg back down. I just want to be able to carry one. Okay, this time if it runs up, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer to get my my orders higher up in here. I don't want to spend them all here. Yeah, we're getting this little trend coming in here. Yeah, that's for sure, David. It is much better to just sit out or make sure that you're following your rules. I use one pattern and watch three pairs. Oh, so you just like to find one pattern and three pairs. It is getting really slow here. Play this out a little bit longer, but if it's just gonna stay around here, it might end up closing up. But we'll give it a little bit more time still. Start at 8:30 and out by 10:30. Trades are normally entered before 9:30. Nice. So for you, it's just probably one or two trades in that time. So you can see that these price cycles are starting to shrink back down to what I would consider normal. So this run up was now 9 pips, and that's pretty much back to normal price cycles, which is pretty crazy to see these little tiny price cycles here in comparison to what was going on over here. I'm gonna just try and add a couple little trades in here. I'm just gonna try and find little tops in here and see if I can find some little trades and try and wobble out of these trades from down below. But it's gonna take a while unless it pops up and just hits stop losses. That's also a pretty likely scenario. So, but it is definitely slowing down. Sorry, do you enter? I was just muting myself. Do you enter into just one trade, or do you enter into a few to find that pattern that you're looking for? Also, just taking a little bit of profit on that one trade. It can start to break this little trend line. This might start to roll over. All right, starting to press through that little trend line, just ever so slowly. It could be the start of this market turning back over, which would be nice. It'd be nice for me. Sorry for the extra long session today, guys. Just got stuck in, just totally got stuck in the wrong spot. I mean, it just is what it is. This could still come back. Maybe we can make a little bit of money on the session, but if this pops up, I'm gonna hit stop losses. All right, come on now. Yes, sir. I think volatility is drying up. Probably less likely to retest my zone. It's late in the day, so no trades will be taken today. Still overall a good day. Nice. Good stuff, man. If you're following your rules, it was a good day. Absolutely. And if I hit my stop loss, that's just what it is. It's just part of my rules too. So, but if we fade back here, it could end up in some profits. It just is what it is. Can't have expectations. Just take it as it is, right? The first two setups, I see. Yeah, usually take the first two setups you see. We're usually done. Usually we're done by now with the live. Usually it's about an hour ago. Sometimes we come into this hour, but you like to see one trade on the euro or the pound and then the other one on the yen. Is that just US dollar pairs then? Euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar yen. Just fading into a couple more trades here. See if we can work this consolidation. We could see a little head and shoulders come in here too. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we've got this potential little pattern starting to shape up here. If that were the case, that would be good for my position. Okay, I'm about to have to shut this all down right now. Ah, man. Unbelievable. Wow, that really came in strong. Whew. Wow, man. What's going on? Is that news now? No, I don't know. Well, guys, that's just going to be it. I mean, if this starts pushing up really strong, I might start trading back to the long side, but at the moment, we're just going to finish this live up. Man, I thought for a second there it was actually going to come back. Yep, usually the euro and the pound are together, and the yen is the opposite. Oh, man, another big hit. This has been difficult trading. All right, guys. Well, that's just going to be it for today. I'm not going to hang around and keep doing this. So we're at a 2% loss for the day. It's not so bad, but it sucks coming in after a loss from yesterday as well. Another one. Man, we were up over 18% in this account yesterday. Actually, over 20%. These past last night, yesterday, and today. But anyway, it is what it is. These losses just happen. So I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys for coming in. We will come back in tomorrow and we'll see. I think we'll see what happens with this account. This account should be either maybe getting paid out or may get an increase in size or something. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just find out. We'll see you back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern. And have a good rest of your day, guys. Catch you later.